All right, here we go. Week 5 with a rebuild. But first, last week, last heavy pull of the week, I strained my hamstring a little bit. So it kind of caused me to pivot my training a little bit and start the first 2 days. Normally, day one is a squat day, but I decided to do a little bit of upper body work, just some light movement here, just to kind of be with the guys downstairs. And then stretch my hamstrings and do sets of 50 on the leg curl, nice and light. I did 4 sets of 4, and then adductor stretching with little adductor work on the machine there for 4 sets of 25. Moving on to day 2, a little bit of my normal workout stuff, a little bit light. Kept everything nice and easy. A little bit more control on the glute ham raise there. And then back to the same old stretching with the adductor and the adductor work, as well as stretching the hamstring with the hamstring curls. That was pretty much it for day 1 and 2. Hamstring was feeling pretty good. Normal day 3 bench day. Switched over to feet up bench. Everything's feeling okay, but I didn't want to go heavy, so I figured what way to kind of keep taxing the upper back, working on balance, working on shoulder stability and health, than to just keep pushing the feet up work.
I refuse. Sorry. I refuse. It's my feet up rebellion.
All right, nothing better than a belly laugh mid-set of a bench press, but my buddy there in the orange shirt, he likes to do his feet up work where he looks like he's getting a pap smear. So my buddy Don was showing him what a real feet up bench looks like, and Dan saying he refused, and I just lost it. So fun while benching. So I kind of had to keep that in there. Move through those into my normal incline work. Incline's feeling pretty good. Still using the space shoulder saver to kind of keep the range of motion a little bit lower to save the shoulders there. I gave dips a try again, even though I really suck at them. I know how good they are for you, but I really suck. And I figured I'd give it a shot, and everyone is expecting me to get hurt, and I didn't, so I win. My normal day 4 here, which would have been a deadlift day, I was feeling good enough to do a little bit of squatting and a little bit of tugging, so I just kind of worked off by myself a little bit up over to I think this is 415 with 30 pounds of chain aside, keeping the chains in there to keep the balance, a little awkward for me. Threw the heels on to try to get a little bit better range of motion. All in all, not too bad. Not a ton of weight. I don't expect I'm going to be moving a lot of weight when I do compete, but just the fact that I can hopefully successfully get through a walkout competition with somewhere around 400 to 500 pounds, I'll be happy. Doing a little bit of pause work, ladybug making an entrance there. Trying to do a good 1.5 second pause where I lose all momentum down, so I'm nice and stalled and forcing it through the top. Moved over in the wheels, and you see here I'm doing conventional with the wrist straps there. I want to kind of save my hook for next week. So what I did is I went straight from conventional, took a quick break there, and went right into sumo just to kind of continue to work the hamstring from multiple different angles, kind of a test to see how I was doing. Not a ton of weight on the bar here. I think it's just under 300 pounds here. But yeah, did this for a couple of sets. Everything felt really strong, really snappy, zero irritation in the hamstring. I warmed up my normal warm up, didn't change anything. Didn't over test the hamstring during stretching or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to be normal, just to know if I was ready to go next week or not. And after this day, I would say I was kind of good to go. felt really confident after the squats and the deadlifts here. Moving on to my next accessory, RDLs. This is kind of a test, kept it lighter, 225 on the bar. Getting a good hip hinge, letting everything kind of stretch out. This is one of those where if it would have felt weird, I would have just bailed immediately and just dropped the bar. But very, very successful day. I think the work I did earlier in the week, getting the blood flow into the affected area and then exercising a little bit really helped. I learned a lot on this little strain here. Sometimes a step back is a step forward, whether the way you look at it. Moving on to the last day of the week, overhead press. Moved up a little bit on weight here, starting to get my confidence back with these. My balance isn't great. You can see I'm a little herky-jerky, but for me it's just all about lat engagement and moving the bar. So I'm not looking for points for prettiness, I'm just looking for reps here. And then all my normal fluff and buff stuff, a lot of shoulder work, a lot of dumbbells. Still doing those dumbbell shrugs with the incline bench. I kind of like those a lot more than just a regular shrug. And there's my bullshit ass pull-ups, but I lowered the band a little bit so they were harder. And there you go. Week is over. See you next week.